Here today we have when Gojo humiliated Gojo in front of Yuji to prove he's him. And I'm pretty sure the title said itself, bro. Like, if you've seen JJK, you know this scene, bro.
Okay, so boom!
Damn.
The scene kicks off with Gojo driving in his Uber late at night headed to his appointment. What kind of appointment, you may ask? Could it be a doctor's? A dentist? Boy, you know good and well there isn't no type of office open at this hour. He is headed to a booty call. Look at him, thinking about it already. He is ready to knock the cursed energy out that cat. My boy got that you up text and left Yuji.
True though. Cause I don't remember. Hold on, let me get my sunglasses on, bro. Just for the, you know what I'm saying. I don't remember where he was trying to go. He probably trying to get some butt.
With a quickness, but mid-fantasy, Gojo senses a demonic, aggressive, ugly energy nearby. And as much as he wants to head to that appointment, he's never been one to run away from a fade. So he tells the Uber to stop and let him out. And after spending a minute or so arguing about how he's not gonna pay for the full ride, the Uber finally gives up and speeds off. But before Gojo could even properly survey the land, this deranged Cyclops comes screaming down from up above trying to send him into the Earth's core. So Gojo jumps back to avoid the blow, and that's when we really get a good look at this hideous, disgusting being. Brother, look at him cheat.
Yo, bro, stop hating on bro, gang. Jogo, damn, they really got the same name, huh? Jogo is a cool looking character. God, he ain't that chopped. He may need to like bleach his teeth or something. But he a cool looking volcano dude. I ain't gonna lie.
Using mad hard, showing all 32 of his charcoal black rotten. I've never seen someone so happy to get their ass beat. Gojo demands to know who he is, but the creature doesn't even give him a response and instead boots up a giant nipple-shaped volcano behind him and blasts him with a nasty amount of lava. Jogo then begins to laugh like the match is over, but that's when we see Gojo pop up out the smoke.
See, about this fight, bro. If I was Jogo, this is the moment I'd be like, that was a good fight, bro. I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go home because apparently this can't get touched. Like,
Touched, ready for more. Gojo peeps that this curse is mad literate, unlike his usual encounters, so he's able to deduce that this curse is indeed a special grade. And no, not that type of special. Jogo then starts to talk some smack, talking about some, yeah, I know, another special grade. I hope I didn't hurt your pride. But he must not know that Gojo can talk that smack just as well as he can throw hands. Pride? No, I don't swing that way. You're the perfect one for thinking the match was over that fast, Mr. Polka Dot Caveman. But don't think because it's June I won't beat that prideful ass. So Jogo, now feeling very...
hold on 1 second. Damn, this video has been in my like reaction folder for a month. Jesus Christ.
Insulted, decides to boot up his next attack. And now these giant bugs with horns are zooming right at Gojo. So he nonchalantly takes his hands out of...
How come he didn't use those against Sukuna? Yeah, he didn't. Seems like an oversight on
his pocket and stops those bugs from giving him a Dennis Rodman-sized nose piercing. But little did he know that this was a two-stage attack, because just as he noticed the increasing pitch of the bug's buzz, all of them blow up directly in his face. Now, any normal person would have at the very least been turned into Freddy Krueger with an explosion of that magnitude directly in his face. But Gojo is not no regular person.
Bro.
You've seen the hair on his...
Can't. There's all running away should not be frowned upon because he can't be touched. That's not fair. He has too much hacks. I would go home. Like, this is the absolute point where I would leave. Bro. He can't be touched. I can't do nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying?
said he was destined to be elite, so I was not surprised at all when he popped back up out of harm's way looking down at the explosion. But Jogo decided to put a little bit more respect on his name and hit that corner with immense speed like me when my mom got home and I forgot to take the chicken out the freezer.
Oh, yeah.
Then quickly conjures up a ball of flame in his hand, then proceeded to light that man's head up like a jack-o'-lantern. That hit managed to set Gojo off balance, so to finish him off, Jogo ran around the other side and gave him that Diddy special by blowing his back out. So 110%.
I'm gonna lie, bro. It's looking like home time at this
Sure
point.
that he got him this time. Quickly turns cocky and boastful, flipping that Louis yellow cape with extreme sass. But that volcanic bug is stopped dead in his tracks when Gojo's voice emerges from the smoke, sounding very well and untouched. So he turns back around with the most confused, spooked look on his face, staring at bro like an unemployed nigga who was just told to get a job. Jogo.
I might need to report this video for slurs.
In awe that he's still alive, begins to question him on how he survived his attack, and that's when Gojo begins to tell him about Infinity. But Jogo and he must be twins for real, cause that explanation was
dude, I can't be touched. That's how I'm explaining it. I can't be touched. I am literally untouchable. My greatness is untouchable. I am untouchable. You touching money is untouchable.
too much for our 3 combined brain cells to understand. So Gojo tells him to come closer so he can show him how it works. So the Cyclops wobbles his little hunchback self over there and tries to put his hand to his. But he is unable to fully touch him because Gojo's infinity is in full effect. Gojo then really starts to spit some game to him, and immediately I got flashback to niggas garbage ass high school game. Talking about something like that your hand's not bigger than mine. Dang, that.
Nah, bro, that's a girl tactic. If a girl, up from what I know, this never happened to me. If a girl, you know what I'm saying, try to see how big your hand is, that's when she's trying to hold hands. But if you do it, that's kind of creepy because you know her hand is small. Like, unless you're like 5'2" dating a WNBA player, then it's like, sure, I guess. But you know her hand's small.
That's the best we could do? Nigga, get some better game. You're embarrassing yourself. Gojo then tries to use his rainbow status against him by seducing him into letting his guard down, talking about some don't be shy now. Pause. But right as he began to fold, Gojo brought his little kinky self back to reality by gutting out of him, then hitting him with one.
Damn, bro. He was about to get bent over, but then his guts got rearranged.
2 bing bongs to the head and body, and finally a spinning kick. But Gojo has much more to teach him, so instead of letting him drop to the ground, he boots up this dangerous looking red ball while asking Dora the Explorer type questions. What do you think will happen if one touches this void? Death? Nigga, what else? Jogo unfortunately did not answer in time, so instead, Gojo decided to show him by letting that curse technique reversal erupt, sending him bouncing through the forest. Jogo somewhat regains his footing, so he tries to escape, but Gojo.
Where are all the animals at anyway? Like, you would expect to see like some rabbit blood, some deer blood, some bear blood, just, you know what I'm saying, spraying all over the place, but
is on that ass like white on rice and punches him back down to the ground. Gojo then proceeds to use his bum ass as a skateboard and glides across the forest, gripping his face while staring.
How are you doing?
Hold on, what is this dude on? Jogo eventually retaliates by kicking him off of him, then jumping into the air to catch him with this ferocious purple blast. But Gojo somehow gets behind him, then Blue Lock kicks that man into the shallow body of water. Please pay attention to that follow through. That is an infinity-filled kick if I've ever seen one, cause I know Jogo has infinite fractures down that spine. Now this man is slumped over in the water, thinking about that time when Geto told him that if he steps to this man, he will get that belt to ask.
Yeah, bruh, I might just be a coward or whatever, but if dude I'm following tells me like, yeah, we don't touch, you know what I'm saying, big bro over there, I'm not. I ain't arguing with someone who knew him, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh,
treatment. And now he completely understands what he meant. But Jogo is not ready to give up yet. This volcano is still active, so he decides that the only way to beat him, since he can't touch him, is to drag him into his domain. But once he looks around, this man Gojo is nowhere to be found. But in the snap of a finger, Gojo pops up behind him, but this time with company. But he really went and brought Yuji to the battlefield within a matter of seconds. The fuck did you need the Uber for in the beginning? Jogo then asks him why the hell he brought Yuji here. He's only gonna slow him down. And that's when Gojo...
Wait, his infinity can expand to other people? Oh, damn. Jesus.
crushes his spirit even more by saying that Yuji's not here for backup. He brought him to spectate this ass whooping, but he really thought he was worthy of a 2v1. Nigga, you are a demonstration, a lesson plan, a crash dummy, a punching bag. You are not strong enough to be a solo threat. Jogo clearly took that to heart though, because he immediately boots up his domain expansion.
Does his brain hurt when he does something like that? Does he get like heat? Dehydrated, you feel what I'm saying? Like, if I were to throw up or like, you know what I'm saying, lose blood or water a lot, I would get dizzy. Does he get that, or is it kind of just like a superpower that comes from thin air? You feel me?
And now the ground is breaking underneath them while lava spews out from the walls and in between the cracks. Now you think that this unholy terrain switch would invoke some sense of urgency in Gojo, but instead of locking in to handle him, this man is still treating this like a lesson while schooling Yuji on the best way to break out of a domain. The best way apparently being to lay out your own domain, because the more refined one will dominate the space. Yuji, of course, is trying his best to absorb the lesson without getting distracted by the environment around him, but Jogo on the other hand is completely shocked that this nigga has the audacity to still be teaching right now. So in a frenzy, he tries to melt Gojo and Yuji with this violent wave of lava, but the lava comes to an abrupt halt when Gojo slightly pulls down his blindfold and reveals his crystal blue Turks and Caicos water dreamy eyes. Ladies, please collect your coochies. The amount of simping I've seen over this man was crazy.
Yeah, I feel that, big bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, sex.
Easy, get it together. Like he's nothing special for real. I could do that. See, look.
It's something about
Ice GG fish.
Wow, y'all are foul. After stunning all the baddies, he hits Jogo with his domain expansion Infinite Void, and his was undoubtedly the stronger domain, because this man Jogo is now seeing every atom in the universe looking completely scrambled.
Yeah, bro, he might need to end up in a class with like more teachers than students, if you feel what I'm saying.
Him so hard he got booted into another universe. Nigga, is this Interstellar? Christopher Nolan, is that you? Now Jogo's just stuck, staring into space, regretting even challenging this menace in the first place. But his reflection time is quickly broken up when Gojo grips the back of Jogo's head and threatens to exorcise him. And not the type of exercise Choji's plump self needs, the deadly kind. Gojo still needs to get some information out of him, so instead of exercising him, he pops that Cyclops' head off, then sends it rolling across the ground like a bowling ball. Now Jogo's questioning him while disrespectfully rolling his head underneath his shoe. Things are not looking good for Jogo right now, but luckily for him, he's got some allies.
Nah, Loki be funnier if he start dribbling him like a real soccer ball, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Under the leg. If I had a soccer ball, I would show you, but I don't.
Looking out for him in the distance. Geto and Hanami are looking down from a cliff watching this man get work, so Geto questions him on if he'd like to rescue Jogo. But this man responds in a way that no human could possibly understand.
Jesus.
What the fuck is that? I thought I was listening to the outro of Duckworth for a second. Almost started rapping on him. That boy is speaking in reverse. His response to Geto's question must...
He talks like XQC, bro.
Must have been a yes, because back on the battlefield, a giant flower appears right
Yeah.
in front of Gojo, causing a whole bunch of other pretty flowers to emerge around them. The pretty flowers managed to distract them just enough for something to grab Yuji by the leg, and while he was getting tossed around, Hanami was able to scoop up Jogo's head and get up on out of there, thus putting an end to this experimental beatdown. Overall, an aura-filled tango. That man Gojo did not miss one opportunity to flex on his opponent and the
Like
victory,
me
and
for
I
it,
can
bro.
do nothing but respect it. If it wasn't for him failing to get answers out of Jogo, I would have given him an S. But with that in mind, I'll give him an A+. And last and definitely least, Jogo gets a whopping C. 1
Damn.
for being just flat out ugly, and 2 for failing to back up all of his slick talk.
Well, that'll do it. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, say man. Moral of the story, don't fight Gojo. Especially if you're not Sukuna. Oh, wait. Spoiled it. Hey, whatever. Everybody knows what happened.